Good morning, students. This is next topic in chemical equilibrium chapter, that is Le-Chatelier's principle. This is one of the important topic. Here the statement for Le-Chatelier's principle is, if a system is in equilibrium, is subjected to change in temperature, pressure and concentration, then the equilibrium is shifted in the direction in which the change is reduced or nullified. What is the meaning of the statement? Suppose if a reaction is in equilibrium, what is the meaning of that one? Both forward reaction and backward reaction takes place with equal rates continuously. If a reaction in equilibrium, then some factors are there to disturb the equilibrium. To disturb the equilibrium means if you add those factors, then the reaction will not be in equilibrium. But again that reaction can be shifted, can be in equilibrium by moving either forward direction or backward direction. I repeat this point, listen carefully. If a reaction in equilibrium, if you add some factors, then the reaction will not be in equilibrium. Again that reaction can be in equilibrium by moving either forward direction or backward direction. That statement was given by Le-Chatelier's, that is called Le-Chatelier's principle. See, what is the point? If a system in equilibrium is subjected to change in temperature, pressure and concentration, that means these are the factors which influence the equilibrium. That means if you add temperature, if you add pressure or if you add concentration, then the reaction will not be in equilibrium. Then what happens? Then the equilibrium is shifted in the direction. In the direction means either forward direction or backward direction in which the change is reduced. Then automatically change will be reduced. Again the system will be in equilibrium. That is called Le-Chatelier's principle. I hope you understand it very well. Now, how this temperature, pressure and concentration affects equilibrium? We have to see those factors. First factor, effect of concentration. See, what is the effect of concentration? If the concentration of reactants increases or concentration of products decreases. What is the meaning of increasing concentration of reactants? That means automatically concentration of products decreases. In equilibrium, reactants concentration, products concentration both will be same. If we change reactants concentration, that means if you add some amount of reactant, automatically reactant concentration increases. That means what? Products concentration decreases. Then what happens? Then the equilibrium is shifted in forward direction. Why? If concentration of reactants increases, then rate of reaction, what is the law of mass action? Rate of reaction is always proportional to concentration of reactants. Now in this example, suppose if we increase the concentration of reactant, what happens? Automatically reaction moves forward direction. Then if reaction moves forward direction, automatically that increased amount of reactants decreases. And decreased amount of product increases. Listen carefully. If I add more amount of reactant, then automatically reactant concentration increases. It means that products concentration decreases. Then reaction will not be in equilibrium. What I told? Again reaction can be in equilibrium by moving either forward direction or backward direction. Now if I add more amount of, in this case, if I add more amount of reactant, then reaction will be in equilibrium by moving forward direction. Why the reaction moving in forward direction? If it moves in forward direction, then only the concentration of reactants decreases and concentration of products increases at some at one point, at one stage, both the concentrations will be equal. That's it. Suppose if the concentration of reactants decreases, if the concentration of reactants decreases or concentration of products increases, concentration of, in previous case concentration of reactants increases, now I am going to decrease concentration of reactants, nothing but concentration of products increases, then also equilibrium, then also reaction can be in equilibrium when that reaction moves backward direction. Why reaction moves in backward direction? If the reaction moves in backward direction, then only the product's concentration decreases and reactants concentration increases. At one stage, both concentrations will be same, automatically reaction will be in equilibrium. That's it. So what you have to know? 2 points only 2 statements. What are those 2 statements? They are, if concentration of reactants increases, then equilibrium, then reaction will be, then the reaction will not be in equilibrium. So to be in equilibrium, reaction will be in, reaction moves in forward direction. When the concentration of reactants decreases, then also reaction will not be in equilibrium. To be in equilibrium, the reaction moves in backward direction. So simple statements are what? When the concentration of reactants increases or concentration of products decreases, then the equilibrium shifted towards forward direction. Not equilibrium, here you can mention reaction. When the concentration of reactants decreases or concentration of products increases, then the equilibrium shifted towards backward direction. That is about effect of concentration. That's it. Next one, effect of pressure. Effect of pressure. What is the effect of pressure? The pressure has no effect when number of gaseous reactants is equal to number of gaseous products. What is the point? What it says? The pressure has no effect when number of gaseous reactants is equal to number of gaseous products. Why pressure has no effect? Pressure exerted by gases. If in a reaction, reactants and products all are present in gaseous state, then there is no effect of pressure, because number of moles of gaseous reactants will be equal to number of moles of gaseous reactants are equal to number of moles of gaseous products. Then there is no chance of exhibiting pressure. That's it. Next one. Next effect, next factor, next point in effect of pressure, that is increase in pressure is accompanied by that system, then the equilibrium is shifted to less number of moles. What is the point? Increase in pressure is accompanied by the system, then the equilibrium is shifted to less number of moles. What is the meaning of that point? What is the meaning of that point? If we increase the pressure, what happens? Then the system moves towards less number of moles. See, why? PV equal to nRT. This is ideal gas equation. What is the relation between pressure and number of moles? Directly relation. If number of moles increases, pressure also increases. If I increase the pressure, what happens? Automatically number of moles also increases. Then the equilibrium, then the reaction will not be in equilibrium. To be in equilibrium, the reaction moves towards less number of moles. If I add pressure, number of moles increases. That means reaction moves towards more number of moles. But that means what? Reaction will not be in equilibrium. To be in equilibrium, the reaction should move towards less number of moles. I hope you understand it very well. So if I increase the pressure, the reaction should move towards less number of moles. That's it. If I decrease the pressure, then the reaction moves towards more number of moles. I hope you understand very well. If number of gases reactants and gases products are same, then pressure has no effect. If I increase the pressure, then the reaction moves towards less number of moles. If I decrease the pressure, then the reaction moves towards more number of moles. If I increase the pressure, then the reaction moves towards less number of moles. Why? Then only reaction will be in equilibrium. If I decrease the pressure, then the reaction moves towards more number of moles. Why? Why reaction moves towards more number of moles? Then only reaction will be in equilibrium. That is about effect of pressure. Now come to effect of temperature. Increase in temperature favors endothermic. Why? Why? See. I tell one example. A plus B gives rise to C plus D. This is what reaction. In this reaction, A and B are reactants, C and D are products. Endothermic means what? Energy absorbed. That means A and B gain some energy, then only they convert into C and D. That is the meaning of that point. And that is endothermic reaction. What is it? Endothermic reaction. Okay. My question is what? If I increase temperature, what happened? Temperature. If I increase temperature means automatically heat increases. Nothing but energy increases in this part. Then reactants amount increases. I repeat this point. Listen carefully. If I increase temperature, that means I am increasing heat. Nothing but energy. Then energy A and B amount increases compared to C and D. That means this amount increases, this amount decreases. That means reaction will not be in equilibrium. Again, reaction can be in equilibrium, either moves in forward direction or moves in backward direction. Now in this case, when that reaction will be in equilibrium, if that reaction moves towards forward direction, why reaction should move in forward direction? Why the reaction should move in forward direction? If it moves in forward direction, then only its amount decreases, then this amount increases. If a reaction moves in forward direction, reactants concentration decreases, reactants amount decreases, products amount increases. So what is the point? Increasing temperature favors which reaction? This is which reaction? Forward reaction. That is what? Endothermic reaction. So what is the point? Increase in temperature favors endothermic. Automatically, decrease in temperature favors exothermic. That's it. Increase in temperature favors endothermic. Decrease in temperature favors exothermic. That's it. Next. This addition of inert gas also can be affected equilibrium reaction. Addition of inert gas also can be affected equilibrium. See, at constant volume, suppose when equilibrium reaction at a constant volume, then there is no effect of addition of inert gas. Suppose addition of inert gas is accompanied by the system, then the equilibrium is shifted to more number of moles at constant pressure. That means in previous case what? If volume is constant, then there is no effect of addition of inert gas in equilibrium. But at a constant pressure, if pressure is constant, see in this reaction, if pressure is constant, what is the relation between volume and number of moles? Volume is directly proportional to number of moles. That is given by Avogadro's law. So if I add inert gas, then the equilibrium is shifted towards more number of moles. Here two statements are there. At constant volume, there is no effect of addition of inert gas. But at constant pressure, if you add inert gas, then the equilibrium is shifted to more number of moles. These are the factors which influence equilibrium reaction. What are the factors? Effect of concentration, effect of pressure, effect of temperature, and addition of inert gas. I hope you understand it very well. If you don't understand this video, watch it twice or thrice. Definitely you will be able to understand. Thank you.